Hey everybody, welcome in, it's Nova here. Today we are here with another achievement guide for Frostpunk. This one's going to be looking at I'll Be Home for Christmas. For this one, you need to complete the generator before the last shipment arrives, which is at day 37. Let's rock and roll. So right away, get everyone assigned to the work sites. And then what I do is pass hearty meals. Increases your motivation through the food that you cook. And then once that is passed, I'll make the first workshop, get it established right away. Because what we need here is we need to get our resources stockpiled quickly and in a very large quantity. Alright, now that we've got it built, we can get the docks researched right away. While you're doing that, go ahead and make the 9 tents that you need for your starting group. Otherwise, you're going to run into a sickness issue overnight, and you just don't want to deal with that issue. That's the camp life one, very beginning. Yep, and then everybody's good. And then once the workshop is done, researching the docks, you'll want to get it down right away. And we'll be doing that. I'll show you guys that. Then once you've got hearty meals and the cooldown goes away, motivation is going to be a big issue in this scenario. So you want to get it up and keep it up. The chapel is an excellent building to do that with. People living within range of it have increased motivation. We will build it a bit later, though, because we need to get our resources going.
Good morning, people. Time to get busy.
Alright. The Steam Core's resources are gone. And let's let him go hang out with his buddies. Okay. That is the docks. Now, as soon as you can, you'll want to start researching the drawing boards, which is tier 1. The reason for this is the reloading station is going to be critical to getting your resources built up quickly. So that's what we are going to do. We are going to select wood as our resource. Get everybody piled in there that we can.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
And now the telegraph station becomes available. However, I'm not going to build it yet. I want to get my resources going first, because that's when the game gets rolling, is when the telegraph station is built. So with the chapel, you can head straight into evening service. This is a bonus ability that lets you increase your motivation using some rations every other day. So you can use that as needed as a clutch, or just use it to keep your motivation up, whichever works for you. So once that's established, I'm going to get the other 2 workshops built so then I can put my other engineers to work. Because right now, my other 10 engineers are unemployed, and I need to utilize their research power. And then with the motivation, once you get to day 3, your motivation will start falling each morning. If you lose too much motivation, your efficiency falls. You cannot afford to allow that to happen, especially going for this achievement.
Got work to do.
Alright, once you've got the drawing boards, like I said, we're going to go for the reloading station, get that started right away. Because that's going to increase how fast we can get resources off of the docks piles. Beautiful. We're going to get that right away. We're also going to get our basic docks going for steel. We are going to need tons of that. And we can build the resource reloading station right away.
The shift's over. Time to grab
Get it in place. Because the piles around here are basically depleted. So we want to have these in place so that we can immediately reassign our workforce and keep them busy. So once you've got your resources established, once we get enough, we'll go for the fishing harbor and get our food source going. Because we are definitely going to need lots and lots of that.
Get on up. Work's not gonna wait.
Alright. Got lots and lots of workers reassigned. We are looking good. Now, in the law book, I like to go for healthcare next because things are going to start escalating. And they're going to escalate quickly once the game gets rolling. Yeah, once we get the fishing harbor established, we will go ahead and make the telegraph station.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
And then once we got the fishing harbor and the telegraph station, we're going to make the chapels before we run out of time. We're also going to build 3 resource depots. 1 for coal, 1 for wood, and 1 for steel. So that we can stockpile those resources. Let's go for the care house. And now the telegraph station is available. We can order resources. There is a logistical limit, however. It maxes out at 120. You want to utilize this early. So I'm going to go ahead and order an extra steam core and 10 extra workers. We are going to need lots and lots of workers as time goes on here.
Get up, people. There's work to be done.
And for those of you who don't know, there are 2 massive piles of coal down here. Worth 2,000 each for a total of 4,000. You don't need a dock right away for coal at all. So we're going to go ahead and make a gathering post down here and get some boys assigned in there so we can start harvesting it. Alright, let's get the chapels built. I'm going to slow down the clock here. I'm going to use the tents as markers. I have a very specific way that I set this up. It just is the most efficient. And makes sure that everyone is covered by the chapel's range. Alright. Let's get them built. It's gonna be pretty close, but that's fine. Alright. We are looking good. And now that everybody lives within one, we are good to go. Now with medical care, you can do a couple different things. You can get the prosthetic shipments to put your people on site back to work, or you can send them back to London and just get more workers. But I'd go for the prosthetic shipments, it's just easier.
New rules are in place.
Alright, let's start making food. And lots of it. We got a lot to do and not a lot of time to do it. Alright, we've got our basics done. We need the profiles manufactured to start making structural profiles. However, there's an upgrade in Tier 2 that lets us build these structural profiles more efficiently.
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
So that is the first thing that we are going to pursue. Because the fewer resources you have to spend, the better. Just gonna build a few extra tents just so I don't forget later. Alright, we've got Tier 2. I'm gonna blitz through those 2 upgrades I was just talking about. Get those done.
Shift's over. Time to grab a bite.
Alright, now we can at least get this down. I'm gonna rebuild those roads around the generator that I tore down earlier. Now something cool I'm gonna show you guys is down here. in this middle bottom right area, it's the generator construction overview. You can see everything you need to make each phase of the generator. And you can also see the total cost. This does not include the safety equipment ones, however. So if you want to plan on building those, you'll need to add 5 steel composites and 5 steam exchangers to this number. And I'm going to do that because that makes things easier. Alright.
Good morning, people. Time to get busy.
And you can see how far ahead of or behind schedule you are with this meter down here. Alright, we're looking good so far. Let's get that finer mesh. I mean, you're gonna need more food. We're gonna have lots and lots of people to work on this construction site. Get some more workers, speaking of which.
Shift's over.
And you can utilize the numbers in the generator construction overview to kind of queue up your construction. It's going to help in this achievement. Because then you can pop your workers in, make everything, and you're done. And you don't have to go back to it. Alright, so we're gonna wait on the law book. We don't need anything else yet. We're just gonna keep going and get those resources stockpiled.
Rise and shine. We've got work to do.
Alright, we've got the 8 queued up. While we're waiting for this, we're gonna invest in our healthcare. Because we're gonna need a lot of that going on later as well. Got some more workers coming in, which is good.
Folks, enough work for today.
Alright, I'm gonna have the boys head in and get those structural profiles made so then we can get the shaft structure started. Because we've got a very picky deadline here that we have to get through. Especially if we're gonna get this done before the final shipment.
Get up, people. There's work to be done.
And once you start working on the generator, people are gonna get sick. That's your work safety issue. And now you need to pass a law improving safety. You technically don't have to do this yet. You have 2 full days to do it. You can pass a couple of other laws before that point. For the achievement that we're showcasing here, I strongly recommend 2 shifts.
New regulations.
This allows you to throw more manpower at your stuff and have them running 24 hours a day. You can do this on most buildings in the construction area. I'm gonna do it in resource production so then I can get my stuff stockpiled. And also on the generator construction so that I can keep it going 24/7. Alright, we've got mechanical calculators. Now I'm going to blitz into the infirmary. Get that medical care up. We are 3 days ahead of schedule, so we can slow down a bit to get some of these things established. And just to stockpile more resources. Alright. Alright, the infirmary is ready. Let's get that out. We are going to need some more engineers to staff it. So I'll go ahead and get some. Get another steam core. Now 2 shifts is cool because you can get shift work coordination, so they require less people
Rules and regulations have changed.
to make everything function. And you can send those workers elsewhere. Alright, now that we've got the infirmary, we can go back into resource production a little bit.
Sun's up.
Because we are still a couple days ahead of time. What we're mainly going to be doing is getting the steam reloading station and gathering optimization to further increase the efficiency of our dock resources. Especially on steel. I'm going to put a steam reloading station on steel. Yeah, because we need a lot more steel than we need wood. Trust me. We need a ton of it. We will. Alright, now we can't afford to delay any longer. We do need to get a safety law, or we are going to lose a lot of motivation and gain a lot of discontent. Alright, so that's established. Let's get gathering optimization. Blitz into that. Alright, I've got some homeless people. Let's get some more shelter built. I'll just kind of build a bunch of it. Yeah, let's build a few here. Yeah, let's just get the roads built in advance. And if your motivation gets high enough, your workplace efficiency will rise by 30%, which is a lot. Very useful.
Rise and shine.
Alright, now we've got gathering optimization. We're looking pretty good on resources. We can come back to this more later if we need it. Now we really need to focus on the generator. Because we've got tier 4, we are in an excellent position. Let's get the machine shop and send our workers into the shaft structure to get it going. Yes, yes, I know. Oh, that's a bad omen. Shoo it away, we need to keep going. We don't got all day, people. Alright, and the efficiency upgrade for the machine shop is stuck behind another upgrade. Just research it, it's not really a big deal. Alright. And another thing that can help out with safety is after hours equipment maintenance. This reduces the accident risk everywhere, which is good, because accidents can cause people to get severely injured or die. And you cannot afford to have deaths, especially. Because then you have to order more people, and that takes a while. It's just a pain. Alright. So we're working on our wood. Let's get the other structural profiles stacked up in the queue. We need 50 more of these. So let's go ahead and get those done. But now with the workplace safety, there's another problem. The toxic gas level. It's going to change daily. I'm going to put safety procedures on to slow the group down a bit. Until I can make the ventilation plant to mitigate this. We are going to do that now.
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
And we're going to go ahead and blitz through and get the efficient fans upgrade to reduce how much coal it uses. There's nothing else we can do in the labor book for right now, so we're going to leave it alone. And now with the ventilation plant bringing safety up, we can turn safety procedures off. And people will work a little bit faster. Alright, we're almost done stacking up that wood. We are doing well. 7, 8, 9, 50. Alright, we're done. We're gonna let the wood stockpile a bit, though, because we are gonna need it. For research and such. Alright, now there is a scripted accident around the 70% mark of the shaft structure. So I'm going to shut it off just before that. So that I can wait for the toxic gases to go down.
The shift's over. Time to grab a bite.
We're gonna keep it going, though. Alright, I think we can pull the workers out of the wood. Get them in. Okay, motivation's gonna fall even more. So that's great.
Get on up. Work's not gonna wait.
Alright, we're doing alright. We have to wait for the gases to come down, though. While we're waiting for that, we're gonna get the better filters so that the ventilation plants take even less. We're gonna shut off the shaft structure so that the workers don't get injured. Turn off the ventilation plant for a bit, save some coal. Good stuff. Now we're gonna look at the generator overview. We need 60 steam exchangers. But because of the safety equipment requirement, well, not requirement, but strong recommendation for the tower pumps, we're going to make 65. And the game will tell you if you reach the limit on the telegraph station. Definitely pay attention to that. So I'm going to order a bunch more prosthetics, steam cores, and a few workers. Yeah, let's get these built, or at least in the queue. Alright, we've got the high flow filters on. Is the gas gonna go down? Yes, and we need it to. Because if you miss the deadlines twice, the mission fails.
Get to work.
And there's the accident. It's an explosion underneath the ground, caving in some of your workers. So you have a couple of options. If you've gotten your workplace safety up to the unhealthy level, or it is safe, you can send a rescue team in there, and the trapped workers will survive. If your workplace safety is any lower than unhealthy, you do not have this option. You definitely want to do this and get your safety up. But now I'm going to turn off the efficiency because I need to get this done before 3 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. And then this is where the strikes start to happen. And this is where things can get kind of nuts with the striking. You cannot afford to let strikes interfere with the mission. So you may need to resolve to some strange demands. And crazy demands at that sometimes. Now, for I'll Be Home for Christmas, you can side with either group and still do well. There is an upgrade with the workers, however, that increases your workplace efficiency by 25% at the cost of workplace safety. It falls by 2. We will get to that upgrade momentarily. Alright, we've got the labor union. Yeah, let's censor that letter. Alright, we need that steel. Good stuff. Level 1 is done.
Workers, your work is over for today.
Alright, we need to make those 10 structural profiles. I have to correct myself. I said we only needed 50 more. We actually need 60. So I'm going to go ahead and remedy that error and make 60 of these guys. And get some extra wood stockpiled because we're running low. Now we are looking good on the schedule. We're basically right on target. I'm going to turn off the ventilation plant. We don't really need it at the moment. Before things get too far, let's go ahead and make the foundry. We are going to need that later. Alright. We got the pressure valves down. Let's just get them in there. And get the ventilation plant on so that they work safely. One man, one vote. Rig the elections. We need to keep that motivation up. Foundry is researched. Excellent. Let's get it down and get that efficiency upgrade. Blitz it before we forget about it.
Shift over. Enjoy your free time.
Good stuff. Now we're looking a little bit better on the schedule. We almost got enough steam exchangers in the queue. We now do, actually. We've got all 65 that we need for the entire game. Let's get them constructed. The pressure valves are done. Now we just need the tower pumps for this stage. Now, we did promise that we were going to pass the bathhouse, so we are going to do that real quick.
Company rules are in place.
Now, the bathhouse takes coal, and it makes it so people are less likely to get sick, people that live near them. You don't really need this, though. It's a good idea. Let's pass workers' councils. Alright, looks like that huge coal pile is now depleted. The one that was at the bottom of the map that we saw earlier.
Workers, leave your tools in order.
So we're gonna have to convert this dock into coal very shortly. Let's get that wood out of there. Alright, let's let the other pile deplete. And then we will pull these guys out of there and we can send them somewhere else. Now, we told them we would pass the workers' councils, so we are going to do that. I'm gonna put that on there. Alright, gathering post is no longer useful. So we are now going to put the tower pumps in place and get all of our guys in there that we can. And we're gonna get the second ventilation plant before things get too crazy. Alright, so this is an example of what can happen if you don't got your workplace safety up. This is a perfect showcase of that. Because your workplace safety is dangerous in this case, a bunch of people became amputees. Because we've got that stockpile of prostheses, however, we can bring them back medically. And now there's another strike. We've got an issue here. You've got a few options, usually. Now, raising workplace safety above dangerous is kind of tricky sometimes. Like, even if you've got the safety and the ventilation plants there, it's kind of ambiguous, this one, so I'm going to try appeasing them. It looks like it worked in this case. It doesn't always, though. Alright, now we can have another ventilation plant. We are definitely going to need this.
Your work is over for today.
Yeah, let's get the workers producing coal. Because we definitely need it. Oop, there we go. Perfect. And they're working 24/7, so they'll produce lots of coal. Alright, let's get the workers back in there. Alright, we are 3 days ahead of schedule, so we are doing okay. Let's quick check the tech tree. Yeah, we've got everything we need under generator construction. You don't technically need anything else here. If you want to get supercharged to advance work on the generator, you can do this. It's not necessary for the achievement, though, so we're not going to do anything with it. I am going to go ahead and get the advanced fishing harbor, because our food supply is running low. Just make it a little bit more efficient. And, of course, the engineers are going to complain. Nah, you guys are fine. Alright, what's going on here? Alright, this is the workplace safety thing that I was talking about earlier. If you make those steam exchangers, your workplace becomes a little bit safer. Which is always good. Yeah, get a bunch more. And some more workers. Alright, let's get the fishing harbor up. We are doing well. We are well ahead of schedule. We are doing fantastic here. Now we're going to check the generator overview again. We need 45 total steel composites. But for the safety, we need to add 5, so we actually need 50. So we're going to go ahead and get started on those. Alright, labor. We are going to go ahead and pass official doctrine right away, so then the Workers' Council proposals do not have negative consequences, because some of them do. Alright, we are doing pretty good. We don't have enough rations for this option, so we'll just have to make them get over it. And then this is the scripted accident for the tower pumps. It's basically the heat source now causing issues. They're trapped by the heat source. If you made the safety equipment, though, you can send it in. And you can mitigate most of the damage. Alright. Yeah, a lot of people are gravely injured, but we've got enough stuff to handle it. Alright. Looking good. Let's get a couple more steam cores on the way. I'm going to turn off safety procedures so they work a little bit faster. The ventilation plants are taking care of the toxic gas issue. So let's get our efficiency up. Well, thanks. I'm glad to hear it. Glad to hear that you're happy that you got a prosthetic arm. Not that I wouldn't be either, if that ever happened to me. Alright, we are done with stage 2. We are making excellent time. Oops. Alright, we're going to turn off the ventilation plants. We don't need them for a little bit. We are 4 days ahead of schedule, which is great. We're going to let that coal stockpile. We need it. Yeah, we're going to bring the workers out of here, so we have a few more to use. Because we built the structural profiles in the profiles manufacturer earlier, we can immediately dump everybody into making these. Let's turn one of the plants back on, though. Alright, now we've got a couple extra steam cores that we can work with. I will build an extra steam reloading station on top of that coal. Okay, we are now at the level that I was talking about earlier with selfless sacrifice. It raises your workplace efficiency by 25%, but your workplace safety falls by 2. So you need to be very careful when you use this. You need to be well prepared for it. Oh, hail the generator! Oh, they want to have a party? Sure.
Work's over for today. Time to rest.
Alright, let's get the rest of the steel composites that we need here. We are doing well. We only need 10 more and then we can make them and be done. Good stuff. Yeah, we don't really need anything else. You could get propaganda if you want. This increases the motivation of nearby workplaces. So you could get it if you want. It's not necessary, but we'll get it. Alright, motivation will rise.
Get to work. Report all problems to the unit.
We are 7 days ahead of schedule. 6. We're doing pretty well. Alright, let's turn the plant off. Alright, we've got all 50 steel composites that we need. Let's get them built. Equal duties. Nah. We don't need abolition of privileges. That basically allows you to employ anybody anywhere.
Quitting time.
It's not necessary.
Leave your tools in order.
Alright. Doing good. So I can showcase that selfless sacrifice here real quick. Actually. Let's grab comfortable quarters. Let's give them some extra space. Again, that one's not necessary either. It's kind of like in if you want to get it, you can get it. But you don't need it though. It does help keep your motivation up. Giving people a little bit more elbow room, basically. Alright, we can get the core at least placed.
Get up, workers. Report for duty.
Alright. And we avoided an accident because of the daily equipment maintenance, which is good. Yeah, we have a little bit lower than ideal safety thing here, but that's okay. There we go. We can do another law, but you don't really need anything else at this point. Alright, all of our steel composites are done. Let's just dump everybody in there. I'll get both of the ventilation plants on. Now, selfless sacrifice is not very good here when you still have the toxic gases. It's lethal if you still have the toxic gases. Your people will die, and you can't let that happen. Yeah, we don't need anything else. So just go with safety procedures until you finish the core. And then you won't have to worry about the toxic gases anymore. Because it seals off the source, where the gases are coming from.
Workers, your shift is on.
And if you look here, you might notice that we're gathering our resources a little bit too fast. Because I want to keep that coal production up, I'm going to get an upgrade that I don't typically get, and that is faster reloading, which makes the docks more efficient. Oh, he's off the hook. Cool. Oh, and then there's the scripted accident in the core. It's basically a fire. A fire has broken out in the core. If you made the fire dampeners, you can basically mitigate it, much like with the tower pumps. Which is good.
Time to rest. You've earned it.
Alright. We're still doing pretty good on time. A week ahead of schedule. This is excellent. Once our people start getting better, we can funnel them back in. Alright, look at that. Oh, we've reached our logistical limits. Yeah, let's go with that. Let's get a handful of extra workers. We don't need too many more at this point. Yeah, I'll make the food production go for 24 hours. Because our food supply is going to be getting dwindled here. Oh. Let's punish the defeatist. Give him what for. What for, man? Come on. Get back to work.
Shift's over. Enjoy your free time.
Good stuff. Yeah, we're doing well. We're doing very good. Alright, we are done with level 3. The last thing we need is the 2 thermal hulls. Because we constructed everything in advance, we can keep it going. We can keep this train going quick. And the toxic danger is gone. Which now allows us to use selfless sacrifice and increase our work efficiency. Chaos is rising. Why am I not surprised? Alright, let's pull the workers out of the steel. We don't need it anymore. We need that efficiency.
Brace yourselves. Hold is coming.
But now at this point, the snow is starting to fall. And your motivation is going to fall even faster.
Get moving, workers. You work for yourself.
Alright. Let's just dump those guys in. Turn on selfless sacrifice. Yep, hurt by the words. Yeah, we gotta leave them. Yeah, I'll leave those guys in there. Just let these guys kind of whittle away at it.
Leave your tools in
And then when those guys are done, I'll put those guys in. Oh yeah, there we go. This is the beginning of the end. This is the point of this achievement. You need to get this done before the last shipment arrives, which is day 37. We are currently on day 27, but we are not having an issue with that whatsoever. We are going to finish it very, very soon. We don't need to worry about tech to research dealing with the cold, because we're not going to be around that long anyway. Yeah, let's pull these guys out, because my coal stockpile is full. Yeah, I can just let these guys whittle it down.
report for duty.
Come on, Billy! Let's get this done. Growing frustration. I know. I get it. I get it, you guys. It's not great. I'm giving the workers more control than maybe they should have, but we need to get this done. We need to get it done quick. We are almost done with the second thermal hull already. We are doing good.
Get to work. Report all problems to the Union.
We are done! The generator is done before day 30, even. If you combine a lot of these skills that I showcased here, you can get it done well before the objective requirements. And so there you go. That is the achievement guide for I'll Be Home for Christmas. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the show. I will catch you next time.